Ready.
All right. What's going on? Desmond with Raw Hip Hop Heads. Right here, right now with Layzie DJ Possession, and his artist Kane. First off, I want to say thank you for taking out this time, but I want to pick your brain a little bit, get some information from you, just go over the history of the group, your ideas on hip hop, and a lot of the current issues that's going on right now.
Cool.
So, first I want to know, whose idea was it for you guys to leave Cleveland to go find Eazy?
I mean, it was something that we always wanted to do. You know what I mean? Being that we always wanted to leave Cleveland as a collective because from the beginning, you know, we was doing music in Cleveland. So we had a tape out called Faces of Death. We did all the Glenville festivals, the Shaw festivals, all the little local talent shows. You know, we had did that, and we had got to the point that we were so big, and being that we was in the streets so much, you know what I mean, we felt like it was probably our time to take our chance, you know what I mean? So it was a collective thing that we all wanted to get out. The date was set November 23rd, 1993. We got on the bus, and the rest is history.
Right on. In the process, was there anything that made you feel like you were spinning your wheels, if it wasn't working right, like things weren't going the right way, like potholes, bumps in the road?
I mean, every day we woke up, you know what I mean? Just by being homeless in California, man, living in one of my dudes back at his shack, you know what I mean? Being in that situation, I was just telling my dude Misunderstood, like, you know, when the earthquake hit back in 1993, it was a 6.7. You know what I mean? We from Cleveland. We know tornadoes, we know snowstorms. And when the ground shook like that, we thought the world was ending. You know what I mean? Like never experiencing nothing like that in our lives. So it was like every day we woke up, it was a different challenge. So just battling through, sticking with it, and having them regular human doubts of, can we really do this? That's just, to me, is a typical normal thing. So that was an everyday thing to have doubts and things, and we just pushed through.
What out of all the artists that have come out in hip hop, there are rarely few who get a chance to work with legends and still be able to hold the same caliber of material that they put out. And just three that come to mind now, Eazy, of course, Biggie, and Pop. Like going into the studio to do those songs, like what was the mindset behind recording? Like, what did you go in with just we gonna do Bone and we gonna let it write itself, or was it a competitive thing?
I mean, like, you gotta understand, being from Cleveland, first of all, with Eazy, hands down, that's a childhood hero, you know what I mean? Like, we grew up to NWA, we was on the block with Fuck the Police and Dope Man and all that, like, so we was big time fans of theirs anyway. Same with Pop when he had Brenda's Had a Baby, and although, you know, back when I was still in high school, you know, Biggie, we was cool with Biggie from the beginning, when Flesh was dealing with Def Jam, going to the different New York parties and things like that. So it wasn't never no competitive thing. It was just, let's go in the studio. We got some more live niggas that's putting it down. Let's just see what we make happen. And what we got is what we got. One takes, one chance at it, and that's what we got.
Cool. So what is the process behind your songwriting? Like, is there any particular things that you need, or a certain mental space you have to be in, the right type of beat, the right vibe, right people?
I mean, the process for us making a song, be it Mo Thug, The Life, Harmoney House, all the Bone Thugs affiliate, first of all, the chemistry gotta be good. You know, that's the main thing, but all the processes vary. Sometimes we wanna go in with a clear head. Sometimes it's a late night session. We gotta have our weed, our Hennessy, you know what I mean? We gotta have all those party supplies. Other times, we might go in just creating chords. You know what I mean? Or one person might have an idea that sparked the whole clique up. You know what I'm saying? So our process varies. There's really no set science to how we come up with our music. We make sure our vibe good, everybody in the room got good energy, and from there we just we make hits.
For sure. As an artist who has spoken out against police brutality in different songs like Body Rock, No Surrender, or just overall in general, just bringing more clarity on the plight of black kids in the neighborhoods, dealings with police, whether you do illegal or legal things to get your money. Like, how do you feel about the circumstances that have been happening recently, like with Tamir Rice getting shot and Jordan Davis, things of that?
I mean, it's always a sad situation, man, to see how police overflex their authority, especially against the black youth. You know what I mean? Me being a victim of, probably everybody on this couch being a victim of some type of police brutality, whether it's physical or mentally, or just totally fearing them because of their reputation, how they do niggas. You know what I'm saying? But the only difference between Tamir and what happened to my dude back in 1989 is the internet is exposing it to the point that you see it more. It started with the Rodney King beating, you know what I mean, with the camera. We had camcorders that were catching on tape, but now it's happening. You see it way more often. But, you know, rest in peace to them families, Tamir Rice, everybody that lost their life in Cleveland, Baltimore, DC, down here in Houston, man, Miami, Dade County. It's all over America. It's just exposed now because we got the all-seeing eye, which is that iPhone, these phones with these recording gadgets on it is catching everybody red-handed. So it's really no difference, you know what I mean, from back when niggas was slaves and getting beat by the master, you know what I mean? It's just a modern day form of, you know, prejudice and kind of like slavery to keep the black man down. You know, the penal system is a business, so that's why our numbers, where poverty is, that's why our numbers are so high, because they get money off of us, exploiting us, our poverty, to make money. So, man, it's been here. It ain't going nowhere. You know what I mean? Police brutality is real. And that's why we say fuck the police, because we don't like them, we fear them. And even though it's some good ones out there, the bad ones that do trip out, taking lives. It ain't like they just hit you on the wrist, you know what I'm saying, but they taking lives. So that's something that a black man, I think, always fear to the end of time.
Is there anything that you would have as far as words of encouragement or like life lessons to give to an artist that's coming up, kind of stuck in the underground, trying to make their way into the business without going through the hassles of dealing with shady record deals, shady folks around them, period? Like how to sustain yourself?
I mean, basically, you know, as far as like, especially in this new era, it's a lot of ways that an artist can build themselves a future with music. You know what I mean? I say it all the time. We have the internet. That tool right there. You can build a career. You can make music. You can make videos. As long as you can build a fan base and smart enough to market and promote your music, you can make some type of living. The advice I would be is you don't have to always set your goals to be the richest rapper in the game. You know what I mean? You can independently sell 10,000 records, and that's if you own everything, and that's $100,000 for the $10 a piece. You know what I mean? You sell 50, you know, that's $500,000 in your pocket. You know what I mean? But so if you really just want to be mainstream, then you have to deal with the politics, and you have to deal with, you know, I say the politics of a record company as far as being on television, BET, and all these different hip-hop award shows. That's when they come in handy at. But as far as getting your money, you don't need them for that these days.
Right.
You got the internet, man. You got all these different little sites that you can sign up to, and they collect your royalties for you. They collect your publishing, and they respect you as an artist. You know what I mean? Whereas you own all your creativity, and it's not really the same like that on record label most of the time.
Right.